Hello, welcome to this month's Heart Bunch video. We are doing a new segment called Heart to Heart, where Heart faculty are going to interview a guest on a specific topic. And today we're going to be talking about being a recovery ally, what that means, what that is. And so let me introduce our special guest. We have Tim Keaty with us, who is a member of the Heart faculty and recovery ally. And I would describe myself, Maren Voss, in the same way. And our guest today is the executive director of the Utah Association of Peer Support Specialists. His name is Brian Nielsen. He's been doing this recovery work in the state of Utah for a very long time. Welcome, Brian.
Thank you.
Yeah. I am going to let Tim introduce the topic of recovery allies and what that means. So I'll turn the time over to you, Tim.
Hey, very good. Well, thank you, Maren. Appreciate being able to be here today and talk about this important topic, especially having Brian here with us also. So we're going to talk about what is a recovery ally? It's kind of a quick definition. Recovery ally is a person who aids in recovery process of someone dealing with substance use disorder. Having said that, I'm going to talk with Brian a little bit and ask him what makes a recovery ally.
I think an ally, you're right, it's somebody that helps somebody progress forward through their recovery. But I think even more so, a true ally would somebody that actually believes in the possibility that they can recover. It's kind of a sad fact. There is people out there that don't believe, that don't even believe in addictions or mental illnesses. And I'm not sure. They even work in the field sometimes, so I'm not sure I'd really call them an ally. But I think they need to believe. I think they really need to believe, or at least have the empathy to believe in the possibilities.
Wow, that's really discouraging to hear that even people who work in the field maybe give up hope on this idea that recovery is possible. So that's definitely something that needs to be addressed. Well, and that brings us to the question of who can be a recovery ally. Do you have any thoughts on that, Brian?
Yeah, anybody really can be a recovery ally, and the cool thing is I've seen so many of them people that didn't believe in the very beginning in the possibilities turn into recovery allies along their own journeys. Some therapists and doctors that really didn't believe in possibilities of anybody, but just stabilizing and keeping them maintaining their illnesses or their addictions over the years. Turned out they seen the miraculous changes in people, and then started embracing recovery and started actually promoting recovery. It's kind of cool to watch. So anybody can be a recovery ally once they gain that empathy. There's a lot of the ones I can think of would be the non-stigmatic people in the healthcare system. You go into the ER, some of them are really stigmatic and they think you're using right away, so they give you a crappy service. And then you got the other ones that got a lot of empathy and they know you're using, but they still want to help. Them are your allies. Them are the people that are gonna help propel you forward. We got a lot that are in the legislature, and even more grow every day as they're changing laws and pushing things forward. I work with the mental health court judges and the drug court judges, and they are amazing allies. They don't got no lived experience in mental illness or substance use, but they're 100% allies on let's just keep plugging forward. It doesn't matter that things that people fall, but it doesn't matter to them. What matters is that they get up and they keep progressing forward through their treatment so they can have a better life.
Thanks, Brian. You're telling us some good information on where we might need to see more recovery allies. It brought up a question in my mind. What about for those family members who've been struggling with a person in addiction for a long time and they've started to lose hope? Do you have any advice for them on how to get that back to become a recovery ally?
Family members can be allies. The problem you find in family and situations where there's a relationship is there's so much emotion going on that it's hard to step back and allow people the room to grow, the room to make choices fall on your face and keep going without without the judgment and shame that comes with it any kind of a relationship. It's just harder. And so for a family member, it takes a lot of willingness to step back and just say, okay, I can see you're struggling. I can see you're doing the best you can. And just be there for support instead of bringing up our own emotion of, oh, this is hard on me. This is costing me a lot of money. And they just, all the things that come along with it. You can't get caught up in the negative side of things if you want to be an ally. It's very hard for families or anybody in any kind of a relationship.
But that's good advice to step back. Tim, did you have any other questions for Brian?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention just really quick for people who are listening, when we talk about the major dimensions of recovery, we talk about overcoming one's or managing one's health. We talk about having a stable, safe place to live. Talk about having purpose. So we want the person in recovery to have a purpose and know they're going to be looked after and have income and resources, participate in society, and also to be part of a community, which I think Brian's kind of alluding to and talking a little bit about there. With the people that I work with in treatment, that's the biggest thing, is sometimes just having someone that knows them and is able to go in and talk to them as an ally. And I see people now that I've worked with 4 and 5 years ago that will still come up to me that I worked with in treatment and groups and will still come and talk to me and are just grateful for being able to have someone come in and provide good harm reduction services and be an ally to them and just treat them, as someone that we really care about. I think that's really what is important also, is caring about those people who are in recovery. And as Brian said, that really helps make you an ally to support those that need it.
Well, thank you, Brian, for joining us on this conversation, and Tim for your insights as well, and helping us all understand a little bit more about how we can be a recovery ally and make that us a better community for people to heal and to find hope. So thank you for that. And that is our Heart Bunch video for today. We ask you to follow us and find us on social media and follow us if you like. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.